to our PS4 F1 2017 review.
Hello!
So, I've said a lot of this in my career mode. But yeah, so it's just released Friday, so we've had a few days to play around a bit, and I mean it's probably the biggest changes to the game for a long time. There's a lot of changes last year, but they've sort of, I feel like they've made the changes this year.
Yeah, it's
really gone into detail with everything.
Particularly the practice sessions in the career mode.
Yeah, so if we start with career mode's back again with another 10-year career mode, same as last year, but massively improved. They seem to have taken on board a lot of what was being said about it with the realism side of things. The R&D elements in your free practice sessions are a lot higher now. I mean, last year we had 3. We had body runs, climatisation, hardware.
Yeah, tyre wear, now we've got fuel saving, race strategy. There's another one in there.
No.
They're not?
No, that's it. No, it's 5. It's up to 5.
But it adds that little bit more to it, doesn't it? I mean.
Yeah, and I mean the race strategy runs are having a slight impact on your race strategy. I think more on the fuel than the tyres. It does seem this year that the tyres are a lot more hardy.
Yeah, they're a lot more durable.
Yeah.
I mean, you can take a set of ultra softs miles now, whereas before you'd be lucky to get 7-8 laps out of them, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I've always found, especially the first race of the season, Australia has always been a hard one for me to manage tyres. I've always ended up doing an extra stop, 2 stops to everybody else on a long race run. Where this year I've not, apart from when I've had bad races where I'm spinning a lot, burning the tyres, things like that, I've not found the tyre degradation to be an issue.
Oh no.
I have found though that I think the quali runs with some of the lower teams, and I didn't find it quite as bad with Renault. I found the quali expectations in practice have been really difficult.
Yeah, they're a bit over the top, the quali expectations, I think. It's one of those things they seem to expect a lot more than what the car's capable of.
And I mean, I don't know if maybe that's just a bit of beginning of the season, the team's optimistic and it will balance itself as you get further into the year. I don't know, I've not got that far into a career mode to see any major...
No.
With that.
I mean, I've got to...
Sochi's the furthest I've got.
Yeah, same as me at the moment. But then I'm doing it in a McLaren, so it's trying my patience quite a bit.
But I mean, that's the thing. I think that, last year when you look at the R&D tree, you had sort of undertray, fuel economy, ignition system, and you had 5 maybe elements of upgrade, and that's it.
Yeah.
Nothing more to it. This year, it's
mental.
An R&D tree. There are so many directions, and the really cool thing when you go into it, being able to see, in the McLaren, you go to the engine and
it's crap.
I mean, you're not even at the bottom. You're in your own little league in your own. It's so far down.
GP2.
Yeah, but then you look at the chassis, and the chassis is pretty good. So you've got that element this year of really being able to take the R&D in a direction that I mean, you're still pretty much going to take this. Everyone's going to take it the same direction. But you've got that element to go. Well, actually, I'm happy with the engine. I want to focus predominantly on the chassis, on the aerodynamics. The engine's cool, or
durability of all the parts.
Yeah, and I mean that's probably, to me, I think that's one of the best additions they've done this year is the wear and tear across all elements.
Yeah, the gearbox, the MGUK,
yeah.
All the different bits that you hear about them now getting penalties for. And
yeah, I mean I went into last night that 3rd race of the year, China.
Bahrain, 3rd one.
And I mean, I ended up taking a grid penalty because I changed the gearbox because it was absolutely dead.
Yeah.
But as well, they sort of said the race before to try and minimise the shifting. I then went into the free practice sessions, lost 2nd gear. So I'm going down through the gears going into a corner, jump from 3rd, go down to shifting at 2nd, which isn't there, which puts you in 1st. And the car starts all of a sudden spinning ridiculously out of control, and then vice versa going up from 1st. when suddenly you jump into third, you've lost a lot of your acceleration, where all of a sudden the engine's not really geared up to be running in third gear. So it is making it a lot, like I say, it's adding that element of realism back into the game again. You know, you're facing the same turmoil and the same frustrations that the team are.
Yeah.
And
you're getting punished for parts of the car which ain't actually the driver's fault, it's...
Yeah. But the R&D tree does that as well, because, and I think, to be fair, everyone I've seen do a career mode has had a failure on the first run of stuff coming through.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I didn't.
I had one fail and two went through, I think, on my first one.
All three of mine went through, but I'm yet to get to a stage where one's failed, so I don't really know how much that impacts on you.
Well, it just does nothing, pretty much. But if you'd say you'd spent 1,000 resource points on that upgrade, you've then got to save up and spend another 500.
Right.
I don't know if it then continues to drop down or whether it just stays at 500 or what, but again, it adds. I mean, last year it was you paid your money, you got your upgrade. That was it. It never failed, did it? Where this year you go and you think, oh brilliant, next race we're going to have that boost on the engine, I'm going to be able to take the fight to the team in front, and all of a sudden it's failed, and the team behind you have made grand
progress,
and it really starts to take a lot of the easiness, I think, out of last year's away, and starts to really...
That was nothing!
And they've brought back the team standings with the other teams.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got to go back, 13?
Well, probably further back than that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it goes back a long time to the days where you can see how you sat with other teams. And it's... I don't know how much of a boost it's going to give. You know, but it's just cool sitting there, especially if you start off, you think, right, I'm going to start at Sauber, I'm going to start at a proper bottom feeder team.
Yeah.
And you want to go up to Mercedes, that you can see your actions on track are having an impact on your reputation and such with that team, so you can start to probably have...
You take out one of their drivers, I'm sure it'll then sort of you'll lower with that team, you know.
And I just think with the career mode has really been nailed well this year. The invitational stuff to go and do the classics, I've said before, and
you're not that bothered, are you?
I'm not that bothered by it, and I'm not sure how much it's in. I mean, you get that offer virtually straight away when you start your career. Old mate comes along, he wants someone cool to go and drive his classics, and it's fun.
Yeah.
But I don't know how frequent that is. I think it's one of those things that you want twice a season, maybe 3 times, because I think to a degree it starts to impact me. You're like, well, I'm fighting for a championship here. I don't
want to be racing around the '98 McLaren, you know.
But it's quite fun. It's quite nice to have the classic cars back. I think as you're always going to have the classic cars, though. You can sit there and list off 15 cars that you'd rather have had than some of the others.
Yeah.
But there is a good stretch of classics there across a wide range of time as well.
Yeah.
The only thing that I said this when they brought the classics out originally, was it's a bit frustrating. I'd like to race a full grid of 98 cars. And like the MP44, it's nice to drive. It's a classic, massive, iconic car. But if I'm going to race it, I'd like to race it on track with vehicles of the same era.
Yeah.
Give it a little bit more of a
realism.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at Silverstone, they always have the classic race.
Yeah, and they're always the same car, aren't they?
Yeah, and you don't mind...
Although alternate liveries, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean...
And that would be quite a cool thing. And I think the other thing that I've noticed, and I don't notice this predominantly even on time trial, but I've done a lot of it, that you seem to be wearing a blank uniform, like suit.
Yeah, race suit.
I'm not sure if in career mode you wear your teams as you would in real life. You know, when you look at the race of champions, again, corner guy, drivers, a Ferrari driver racing the race of champions races in his Ferrari overalls.
Yeah.
So, stick a plastic in as well, mate.
That's what I was going to do.
So that's the classic cars. It's quite cool with the session start time having the midnight start.
Yeah. But that only seems to be at Monaco. I don't think I've noticed it anywhere else.
But it's quite nice again being able to just change the lighting and make it look a little bit more pretty at times.
Yeah, a bit different. Rain in Bahrain. Trophy for that, isn't there?
Yeah.
But no, the classic cars, I think they're a nice touch. I do like doing the time trials in them. I haven't raced online with them yet. That's one thing that I haven't done, but I had a quick go, obviously, with the one in the career time trial, and we did a quick race online, didn't we?
We did a quick race
last night, wasn't it? And
yeah.
Where we were in the McLaren '98 McLaren, weren't we? So.
And I think one of the coolest things with the classics though is the handling is completely different.
Yeah, I mean it's so easy to throw you out, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's the really cool thing is jumping in and being able to, within the same game, see and feel the difference between, you know, a 2017 McLaren and the 1988 MP44.
Yeah, it's much quicker.
And more reliable. That's a good start, Sean.
That is a good start. I had to do the '08 McLaren at Brazil.
Yeah.
Oh, Lewis.
But I mean, the handling this year is completely different.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know,
power sliding.
Yeah, and that's what I say. I mean, I found that the car does seem to power slide so much more. But you can feel the additional grip that you've got with tyres the size of even Texas nowadays.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can now take turn 1 at Silverstone flat. Before you used to have to lift. Well, I did anyway. I don't know about anyone else, but I always lifted.
Yeah, I had this tiny little lift off. And I found the same. I don't know what it's like going into that long sweep of sort of Maggotts and Beckett's. That was always quite.
That's a very small lift now. You can almost take it flat. I mean, if you got your entry right, you probably could take it flat. To be fair.
But I mean, they've done incredible work with the handling physics this year. The crash physics.
They're the same as they always have been, aren't they?
See, I find that I'm preferring it this year. I just think visually, it just seems to be that, I don't know, it just looks a little bit
cleaner?
More, yeah, realistic, a bit cleaner, a bit more fluid.
They're not bad. It's, you know, the problem is with the licensing, they can't completely smash a car up, can they?
But then it's very rare you see a F1 car explode.
I know, but when I want to go with style,
yeah,
you know?
That is true. We did that last night when we ran the wall at like 200 mile an hour and nothing broke.
And yeah, nothing came off at all, not even a bit of front wing damage.
No. And then that one at Spa right tapped the wall and the front end ended up
disintegrated.
Yeah. The AI, I think, are a hell of a lot more punchier. And I actually think the difficulty on the, you know, taking light for light, sort of master last year to master this year, it is harder.
Yeah, but I do like the fact that you got the slider now, because Project Cars did that.
Yeah.
And that worked pretty well. Now that F1 have sort of taken note of that, Cody's have put that in.
Well, as we were saying the other day, I mean, the jump between each of the difficulties last year
was massive, wasn't it?
Huge. You could go from, you know, whatever we were racing last year, I can't remember, but you know, you could pretty much, you know, you could take a car from back of the grid to win the race in a Sauber.
Yeah.
Without breaking too much of a sweat, and then you jumped up a level, and you were struggling to get a Mercedes in the points.
Yeah.
You know, where that slider just gives you the option to slowly increase.
Sort of build yourself up to it. Oh dear.
That is deep. You know, and that's the thing I find with a lot of racing games, without the slider, that you end up just sticking on the same difficulty because the jump is so high, it goes from being easy to being so hard that it stops being fun.
It's alright, I've just conveniently gone wide at the final corner.
But I love the fact that it's a lot more punch. There's so much more wheel-to-wheel racing. The AI is holding its own into the corners a lot more. You can still do things to force the AI to completely bail, but
oh yeah.
It's a hell of a lot harder. And I'm finding, you know, like last year, you could on your way into position, and as long as you manage to hit the apex, the AI bails virtually every single time. And this is Sean's driving, not mine, just for a record.
Just bear in mind, I don't have a wheel at home, and I'm on a wheel. Whoa!
But this year, I've had so many times that I've tried a dive bomb move, and they've just stuck it up the outside and held it all the way. And I mean, I was saying in my career mode, I don't know whether it's just sometimes your mind just conveniently writes these things into your head as that's what's happening. But it felt like one of the races I done yesterday, that Force India that was behind.
Oh, wrong button.
The Force India that was behind me was struggling and losing a lot of time to me, and then he seemed to just slow from nowhere, just lost a lot of time. And in the last couple of laps he'd come back, which it is true to life. You'd sort of, you'd back off for a couple of laps, get a bit of extra fuel on board, get the battery fully charged, and then have another. You've got to go in it like any old time, and then oh no, it's there. I see every time I've had to load in and then change to midnight again. Yeah, I mean it seemed like he was trying to save up that energy and then come back.
And then come back and have a go. Yeah.
Which might have just been a coincidence that I sped up or he slowed down, but it definitely feels like the AI is playing more
a strategic game, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know, it's again, it's another nice little touch. I'm sure that's what they have intended to do. Codemasters is code it that way, you know. So end of the day, I think they're oh my god, look at that steering wheel.
Where is everything?
Yeah. Oh, the front wheels look massive. I'm so crashing this. I mean, the multiplayer, they've added the ranking system. Well, I say added, reinserted. Jesus Christ. I forget that it's not like the current cars.
No, it's old asbestos brakes.
Yeah.
Coal.
Okay, we'll try that again. Take two.
The thing is, I think the problem you have with the ranking system is, I mean, with the Project Cars, was it them that introduced that crash ranking system to try and wheedle out the idiots that just bomb into turn one and wipe everyone out? But the problem you have is that so many times you get rear-ended and it gives you
the penalty.
Crash. So online ranking systems I think are funky. I still try and avoid open lobbies.
It's a good idea if implemented correctly.
Yeah, but I think at the end of the day, if you want to guarantee clean racing, you need to do closed lobbies with races that you know
and in a league, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we get it where you make silly mistakes or something happens and you get caught out. We had it last night, didn't it? I messed up my brake and nearly killed you.
Yeah.
And then you messed your brake up when shooting in front of me.
Yeah.
Sideways. And
it was not sideways, it was drifting.
No, I mean, I don't know. I think that's why I tend to avoid the online lobbies, though, is there's just so many bonkers.
The wheel's upside down.
You can tell he don't get wheel weary, aren't you must pick the greatest time to drive like a sponge when we're live on YouTube.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm not.
I think that the biggest thing that I will say that I've said this a couple of times to you while we've been playing around with career mode. One stupid thing that they've always done is a 5.5 wing setting standard in every single race.
Yeah, you don't get like a.
I don't think Sebastian Vettel turns up on a Friday going to FP1 and then the team goes, "What are we doing with the wing?" They go, "Here's your car. We've set something. This is a
rough estimate."
Yeah, and then you go out there and you might then go, "Right, I need a little bit more wing or a little bit less wing." And I think that would just make it a little bit easier for the guys that don't want to sit down for hours on end
doing strategy setups and.
Yeah. And I mean, the other thing I thought is, a couple of years ago there were a good few videos online of people with setups that you could take and give you that baseline, and then you could go and just tweak it to your style if you're a little bit more aggressive. Some people their setup's great for them, but they don't attack the curves.
Yeah.
You start hitting the curves and your car's off. But you've got a decent baseline to be able to then go in and just adjust it slightly. And I think that should come in. I think they should do that with an R&D thing. You go out and you do a run.
And your engineer then goes, well,
yeah,
that didn't work for you, let's try this.
Yeah. I think that should be implemented into it. And I think with the R&D, because there is only them 5 R&D options.
They should be rotated.
They should change. I mean, the team objectives shake it up a little bit. You know, they'll say do the race pace
Let's
run
run twice on 2 different tyres, yeah.
But it'd be nicer, I think, to have the 3 runs again and randomise between the 5. So you might go out one race and it's purely about the race pace, sorting that out, or you're going out for a good quali run. You know, every now and again, make it do all 5, but just shake it up so you're not going in and just repeating this, you know,
same
going through the motions every time.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I think that's, and I think looking at a lot of other people's videos online, it's one of the things that everyone kind of says. The R&D is necessary if you want to have a good career.
Yeah.
But it gets tedious because it's so repetitive.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
You know? I mean, when you look at FIFA with the training in your career mode, there's so many different training options,
yeah.
But you can only do 5.
Yeah.
So you can keep shaping it. Yeah, you're always going to have one that you're always going to do.
Yeah.
But I mean, like fuel save, there's tracks out there that fuel saving isn't an issue. So why do a fuel saving run there? You might want to do an extra, you know, squeeze into
race sim runs, yeah.
You know, and vice versa. There's other tracks that you know that the tyre deck isn't really good on it. So don't focus on something that for that track. I know it probably makes the coding on the game a hell of a lot harder, but I think, you know, when you look at the money that you're paying for the game now.
Yeah, and how many years Cody's have had the game, had the F1 licence?
Yeah. I'm just hoping, really, that there's a few decent E-leagues kicking about, like proper E-leagues kicking about to get involved in.
Well, they have announced the E-League World Championships, haven't they?
Yeah.
Which, conveniently, I can't enter.
Bad timing on that one, really.
Yeah, but I don't think I'd have been good enough anyway, but to me it's a bit of fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I only race F1 because I enjoy it. I wouldn't mind trying it out competitively, but there's a lot of other people who have got far more time than I have, and far more skilled than I am, who could quite easily wipe the floor with me, so...
But I think all in all the game is vastly...
It's very... balls. It's very solid. The car won't be if I keep doing that, but... It is rather solid.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good game. I think, you know, like anything nowadays, you can nitpick tiny little things that you can go, oh, that could be better, this could be better. I think that they have managed to niggle out a lot of the problems. I think there is a few things that need patching up. The DRS doesn't seem to always engage.
No, I've noticed that.
And videos.
And also, Jeff, thinking you've said something on the radio and you ain't even got your headset plugged in.
Yeah. And I'll say the video quality is atrocious.
Yeah. I mean, like, the texturing seems so poor in comparison to last year in the cutscenes. I mean, you could really make out the shape of the drivers and the team principals' faces. You know, now it's very patchy.
Yeah, and you're struggling looking at some of them to work out the advertising on it.
Yeah.
But the podium seems relatively alright.
Yeah, but then your helmet when you look at the car.
Yeah.
That is awful, isn't it?
Yeah. Like when you look at, like, you know, Anthony Davidson's driver of the day. I mean, they've done it the other day, and I think it was Chile, and I could not tell any of the advertising. If it weren't the fact that I knew, you know, that was that, I would never have guessed it.
No.
So there are a few little things that need to be patched, but hopefully they will.
Yeah, eventually. I mean, it's still very early days in the release, isn't it? So it's been out, what, 3 days?
Yeah. So yeah, I think for review, that's
just about it,
that's
isn't it?
That's about it. Our plans this year, we will do From the Back again, haven't we?
Definitely doing that.
So that will return in the Mercedes. I'm definitely doing my. Well, I've already started this morning. The first episode's up of my Renault career mode. I think we'll probably do a proper legit career as well.
Yeah, I reckon.
At some point, but I think what we'll probably do is do like from the back and then do a career mode rather than. We could alternate. Let us know.
Yeah.
You know, we could do like 1 week from the back and 1 week. That was always going to get me up.
Yep.
And 1 week do a legit career. Yeah, so let us know what you fancy seeing.
And don't worry, I'll be on a pad.
It's amazing how much you struggle on the wheel. It's like watching me trying to race with a pad.
Oh, mate. That's gonna. Oh no.
So yeah, guys, I think that's about it. Let us know if you agree, disagree with anything we've said. Any thoughts, ideas, things that you want to see, let us know. I mean, we could even do, like we did, I think we've done that as 3 or 4 very long streams. We've done that quick race career mode.
Yeah, yeah.
3 lap races or 5 lap races.
Then we get through the season in a
We've
night.
done a season in a night.
Non-stop and all, isn't it?
So yeah, just let us know what you want us to see, what you want us to do for you to see, something like that.
Yeah, roughly.
And yeah, so as ever, guys, I've got nothing more to add.
No, I've got nothing more to add,
Yeah,
mate.
as ever, please, if you had enjoyed, hit that like, hit that subscribe, follow us on Twitter at OneIsGaming, at OneIsGaming Extra.
If you want to moan at my driving, put it in the comments.
Hammer him on Twitter at OneIsGaming Extra. Just abuse him.
Oh, everyone does anyway.
On Facebook at OneIsGaming Official and online at www.oneisgaming.com.uk. Cheers, guys. Bye bye.
Hey guys, cheerio.